Hi everyone, welcome to my kitchen. In today's recipe, I'm going to show you how to make gulab jamuns that I made very recently to go along with some Indian food. And I used Aashirvaad Gulab Jamun Instant mix and they were absolutely wonderful, easy to make and delicious and soft and tasty. And the best part about the Aashirvaad Gulab Jamun mix is that they're so versatile that you can not just make gulab jamuns, you can also make malpuas, serve it along with rabdi, or you can even make koftas and put them in a nice delicious makhani gravy. So yeah, they're absolutely wonderful, versatile and tasty and delicious and easy to make. And I'm going to show you gulab jamuns today and serve it along with some rabdi which I just made this morning. So let's just dive right in and start cooking. So the first thing I'm going to do is to pour the Aashirvaad Gulab Jamun Instant mix into a nice wide mixing bowl. And we're going to add a little water at a time and knead to make a nice, smooth and a firm dough. So the best part about the Aashirvaad Gulab Jamun mix is that it is made with khoya, making it rich and tasty and delicious. At the same time, it can be just made in about 20 minutes, which is really quick and easy, isn't it? So great, I'm just going to go ahead and mix it all up and add a little water at a time, about a quarter cup, about 4 to 5 tablespoons I would say. And so measure and add it, and it also depends upon the humidity of your environment as well. So just go ahead and add a little water at a time so it comes together to form a nice smooth dough. So we just knead for about 2 to 3 minutes until it becomes nice and smooth, and after that we'll shape them into balls and then fill it up with pistas to make a shahi gulab jamun and then deep fry them in ghee or oil. So this looks good. It's become nice and smooth after kneading for about 2 to 3 minutes. Ensure that you knead it so it becomes smooth and it should not feel sticky and it should not have excess water, right? So that's the consistency that we want. Great, so this looks great. So I'm just going to go ahead and cover it, allow it to rest for 5 minutes, and after that we'll shape it, fill it with some pistachios and then deep fry them. Great, it's rested for about 5 minutes now. I'm ready to shape them into balls. So we're going to just roll it into a log first so that it's easier to pinch out small balls out of it. Okay, so that's typically what I like to do. So ensure that it's nice and smooth. Great, and we'll start pinching out small portions and keeping it to the side. So then after that we'll roll it, shape it, make it flat, fill it with some pistas to make them like shahi gulab jamuns, and then after that roll it into balls. So you get about 25 to 30 gulab jamuns based on how large you're shaping your gulab jamuns, right? So ensure that you roll it well between your palms, and that's critical to get a nice gulab jamun which doesn't have cracks on it. But now we're just going to go ahead and flatten it, and I'm going to add a little bit of pista in the center and then fold it back again. So we'll just add some chopped pistas in the center. Just ensure that you put it all right inside and bring all the edges together, pinch to seal. And after you seal all the pistas inside, now is the time when you actually lightly just sort of press and knead to shape it into a ball so it becomes a ball, and now you roll it out between your palms nicely, lightly, until it becomes nice and smooth. You don't want any cracks in your jamun, because if there are cracks, then when you deep fry them, the cracks will open up. Wonderful. All my gulab jamuns are well shaped and they're tiny. That's it. So my oil is already preheating and I'm ready to deep fry the gulab jamuns. All right, I'm ready to deep fry them. Ensure the oil is on medium heat and not on too high heat, and it shouldn't be extremely hot. What will happen is the gulab jamuns will go and settle at the bottom and start getting brown from one side. So it's extremely critical as you keep adding it that you keep stirring it so that it doesn't get stuck. And just add few at a time based on the size of your pan and then deep fry them. It'll slowly start rising to the top, okay? And you need to ensure that you deep fry these gulab jamuns over low to medium heat so that they get cooked from the inside as well, okay? I'm going to go ahead and take the ones out. The ones we added in the beginning have already started to become nice and golden brown, and this is just perfect. And sometimes when the oil is too hot, they tend to get brown faster as well, so do watch out for that. Great, so I'm just going to go ahead and drain this out and then let other gulab jamuns fry. So as and when the gulab jamuns keep getting brown, keep taking them out of the oil and then draining them out. And then after that, I'm going to show you how to make the sugar syrup, and we'll soak these gulab jamuns for about an hour or two, and after that we'll be ready to serve these good, delicious gulab jamuns. So my next step is to now make the sugar syrup. So I have some boiling water over here, to which I'm going to add in the sugar, and I'm going to keep stirring it until the sugar dissolves. So we don't really have to make the sugar syrup of a one string consistency. We just have to ensure we bring the sugar to one brisk boil, and after that we'll add in some Gulab Jal and saffron strands to the syrup to add to the flavor. I'm going to go ahead and add in the saffron strands at this stage. Just give it a stir, and the sugar syrup will get a beautiful color, and after that some Gulab Jal as well. And that's it. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the heat, add in the fried gulab jamuns and cover it and allow it to rest for about an hour, 1.5 hours as well, until it fluffs up completely and has absorbed all the water. It's been about 1.5 hours, and notice how beautifully the gulab jamuns have fluffed up, and notice that they've taken up the entire pan. Great. I did add a little bit of extra jamuns and fried them and put them inside, but yes, what is important is you have to ensure that there is enough room for them to expand. Great. So now I'm all ready to serve it along with some rabdi. The first thing I always like to do is to put the rabdi at the bottom and then the gulab jamun on the top, and sprinkle in some pistachios, and then you'll have a really beautiful looking dessert. Well, it's completely your choice. You can serve this hot or cold based on how you like it, based on what type of meal you're serving, whether it's for lunch or for dinner. Great. So just a little bit of rabdi at the bottom. So I really hope you enjoyed watching the recipe of how to make the gulab jamun from the Aashirvaad Gulab Jamun Instant mix. Absolutely simple, packed with taste, and it takes only about 20 minutes to make. And of course, as I said, you can make malpuas as well with the gulab jamun, and that's very simple as well. All you have to do is to add the mix into a nice mixing bowl and add a little bit of water, about 1/2 cup to 3/4 cup of water, I would say. Add it based on your judgment. Keep mixing it until you get a nice thick batter. Okay, and once you get a nice thick batter, all you have to do is, I typically like to not deep fry my malpuas. I actually pan fry it with ghee. So I make it like a pancake on the tawa and then add some ghee on the top and make it nice and crisp on both the sides by cooking it with ghee, and it tastes really nice. And after that, you dip the same malpuas in a little bit of sugar syrup like I did with the gulab jamuns, and then pour in some hot rabdi and then serve it for the festive season. So do give this Aashirvaad Instant Gulab Jamun mix a try and make it the way I did today, and you will absolutely love it because it's super simple, quick and easy, and the best part, it's made with khoya. So until then, until next time, happy cooking and healthy eating.